Alright guys, what is going on? Another day with some pretty crazy action here on Gamestop. We got about 100% bounce on this off the low here. Yeah, 100%, which is pretty nuts. I actually traded it. I was down today. You can see here I only traded, well, really two stocks. This one was not even really a trade, so... But, you know, 5-cent gain, that's, we definitely take those. And then here, this was my first trade on the day, DDD. I actually traded this one yesterday. I didn't do a recap yesterday just because I thought it wasn't worth it. I didn't really, I took a few trades. It was a pretty break-even day. I think I lost like 50 bucks, so it wasn't really a big deal. But just decided to skip out on the recap, and I made an updated video on the best thinkorswim layout for day trading, which is the one I'm using, as you can see right here, so you can watch that if you're interested. But actually, this was the first trade that I took today here on DDD. I think I bought this dip here. It came back up. I liked it. And then I added on this dip here into VWAP, but then it just kind of went against me. Kept kind of waiting for that bounce to come because I thought eventually it would. And I actually had this trend line drawn, and I realized, well, we're still a ways off this trend line. If it wants to come and visit this trend line again, I just... don't want to just bag hold this position all the way into this trend line, so I'm just going to cut it out now, which is what I did somewhere in here. And as you can see, it has met the trend line and then bounced off of it. I'd say the target is definitely $40 again. That was the level I was looking at yesterday, was when I was in this trade, and then you know, from there, you know, through $40. That's definitely the look on this one, but pretty low volume on this right now, so just not really too interesting to look at. But GameStop, crazy stuff happening in this one today. Obviously, it just kind of sold off straight from the open here. Definitely kind of a battle going on around this 110, failing at VWAP, and then kind of coming lower here and just selling off very aggressively. I was actually watching it right here to possibly buy it on a dip. I was too scared because when you're looking at it here, it's just, you know, just selling off, selling off, selling off. There's really no, really not really a good bullish outlook on this at this point in time. Okay, but why did I want to buy right there? And this line right here, this blue price level, is actually something that I didn't put that there today. It's been there for a very long time. It's been there for probably over a week. And the reason that that's there is you'll notice that is the exact high of, that is the exact high from this day right here, 76.76. It's the exact high of this candle. And as it was coming down here, I thought, well, that would be the spot that I would look for it to hold. And, you know, coincidence that it comes down and bounces off this level? I think not. So as it came down here, I was looking to possibly buy it. It broke down here for a second, and as I saw this candle close above that level, or kind of like right at that level, I mean, you see that it's like, it's so perfect because the price is not able to hold below that level. It catches support right at this line, and then from there it's literally off to the races from there. So I didn't take it, but I certainly wish I had, since I had the level marked out and I was actively watching it thinking, well, this is the bounce spot. And sure enough, it bounces. So, kind of crazy there. I'll delete this. I don't know why I have that one there. Anyway, so then watching it kind of come up in here and gain some momentum. It kind of looked choppy in here. This was a red candle, then coming back green, and then kind of consolidating, coming up here, testing VWAP. Really significant pullback here, and then kind of all these candles just setting up that kind of bullish pennant, that bull flag, and I got long. Let's see if my trades will show up. Oh yeah, awesome. I got long right here on this dip, 101.37. Man, I love it when I get long at the bottom of a red candle, because you picture this is a red candle coming almost engulfing this entire green candle, but look at that. What's the low of this candle? 101.22. I got long 101.37. This high of this candle is 104.9. Such a good entry. Kind of gassing myself up on that. So long here. Then I have a tendency to grab profits really quick when I can, so I did exit a fifth of the position pretty much right off the bat as we came through 110 there. And then, as you can see, just doing what I do, taking profits all along the way, and we got 2 halts going up. One of them was right here. Consolidation, I got a little scared. I wish I hadn't taken so much out on this consolidation, but this was choppier action than it looks. And then right here, huge squeeze, halting up a second time here. And then we snap back down here. I was only holding 5 shares at this point, and then sold out of the rest of them in here, which is, oops, why don't I change this to auto? There we go. And then, yeah, selling out of my last share here, and as you can see, we're quite a bit lower. I'd say there's there are good dip opportunities on this. Right here, for instance, good dip. Right here, good dip. Possibly right here, a good dip. Who knows? I am hesitant to buy dips. I'm always hesitant to buy dips on GameStop because I feel like at any moment it really could flush that $10–15 against you very quickly. There's another pretty sizable wick. So yeah, I mean, I've talked a lot about buying dips on GameStop. It's definitely a very lucrative strategy on it. But right now, over $1,000 on just this trade here. So I'm gonna probably sit back and consider myself lucky today. You know, I do want to mention too, I should definitely mention, I didn't do a recap last Friday. Mostly because I was just so emotionally and physically taxed at that point. Friday was a terrible day for me. Probably the worst day I've ever traded. And I really wish I weren't saying that, but unfortunately, I am. And, you know, I don't have to share this with you guys, and I don't want to share this with you guys, but I will. Let me show you the running P&L chart from last Friday. I tried it, guys. No one can say that I didn't have diamond hands, all right? So, as much as I am a day trader and I try to follow my rules and etc., you know, I have to admit, the euphoria got to me, and Wall Street Bets coerced me. And I mean, I remember looking at Wall Street Bets in like 2018 when there weren't so many members a couple of years ago, and anyway, it wasn't like it is now then. But you know, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna buy GameStop, and I'm gonna diamond hand this bitch. Excuse my language. And so that's what I did. And at the low, TraderView doesn't even really show it because there's probably a spike down here even lower. I remember being down over $9,000 on the day at one point. And luckily GameStop bounced and I finished the day down a little over 3,000. I actually carried this position into after hours. But guys, trust me, you do not ever want to do this, and you do not ever want to know what it feels like to be in a position where you're down on the position this much. And trust me, it is a dark place. You don't ever want to go there, and so let this be a lesson to you all. It certainly is a lesson to me. And you guys know I've struggled with you know, taking you know, large losses in the past. It's definitely something that I've struggled with. I think in this particular case it was really bad because I pretty much threw everything out the window and essentially did what the nut jobs at Wall Street Bets are doing. And there's certainly a courageous aspect to it. I'm not you know, judging them or saying that, you know, that's great. I love what's going on here. But you know, there's some real money to be lost, and just get it through your head. The market literally does not care that you're down on your position. It will hurt you. It will crumble you. And it's a good thing I didn't hold through to Monday, because Monday was a devastating day for the stock, and then continuing into today. So anyway, I did want to share that with you, that last Friday that did happen. I lost about $3,000 on Friday, which isn't my biggest losing day, actually. I had a day in November where I lost $4,000, and I actually made everything back. And now I'm kind of down in this drawdown again. Today's a great day, up 828 bucks. That's great. I'm gonna call it here because, you know, I don't want to give anything back. I gotta crawl myself out of this hole, and I'll show you guys this too. Let's see. I want to show you guys my cumulative drawdown right now. So I've been in this drawdown really since the end of December. I haven't been at all-time highs in my P&L since December. That's bad. January was a very stagnant month. I can do a January recap if you guys want. If there's demand for it, I'll do it, but I'm a little hesitant to do it just because well, first of all, January wasn't a great month. You have to understand, when a month's not super great, I am just less motivated to do a recap of it. It doesn't sound great, but that's the truth. That's just the truth. So I had a day where I lost. I'll show you guys on the calendar. Lost 1,400 here. So that was that dip. Then coming into the last week of January, some really solid trading days in here. Yeah, just on Friday. It was literally just that Friday, the last day of the month. So this was that $1,400 loss, and then the first 3 days of the week here were really awesome. And then, bam, down to this drawdown here, where I lost $4,000 in one day here, and then another $1,200 a couple days later. And so now I'm kind of back at that spot. And I was able to make all that back pretty quickly. And now, this was obviously last Friday, and then yesterday, like I said, was a pretty break-even day. I think I lost about 50 bucks. So staying in sort of the same spot here, and now 800 plus 800 bucks. So coming up a little bit. So yeah, I'm in a hole. There's no way around that. Like that's what's going on. So I wanted to give you guys. I want to be transparent. Like that is important to me. I want to be honest about where I'm at as a trader, because I think it's important for you guys following me. It's important for me to be honest with you guys, that you know what kind of trader I am. And you know, I'm not out here making $1,000 every single day, and I'm not the best trader. I'm still figuring stuff out too. And right now, you know, I have moments where I think, man, like, am I even a good trader? Like, you know, I think that's kind of what everyone thinks at some points in time, but there's definitely a lot of times where I just kind of feel like, man, like, am I even, should I even be on YouTube, and just should I even be putting this out there? Because right now and recently, I just feel like I'm in a hole, and you know, I gotta get out. But then it's days like today that kind of give me that confidence back and think, yeah, you know what? You traded this setup really well, and it worked out. And, you know, on DDD, after this trade, it wasn't a big trade, but it kind of got me down. I was like, man, I guess I lost on this. Like, really, I was looking for that push up to that $40 level again, and we didn't get it. But, you know, sometimes the setups just don't work out, so you can't get yourself down on that. But then it's trades like these that are like, this is really like a home run trade. This is a home run trade for me. This is a $1,000 trade. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I love that, you know? So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like I'm in a rut, but I feel like I have what it takes to dig myself out, because I've done it before. So I feel like I can do it again. But it's about only trading A-quality setups. And you ever try trading to micro? I feel like you watch this big picture a lot, but not much of the small technical breakout plays. What do you mean? This is a small technical breakout play. This is like a 7 or 8 minute bullish flag, bull flag breakout of VWAP. That is a very short term breakout play. But no, I mean, I don't look at like 10-second charts or 30-second charts or anything smaller than a 1 minute. Certainly not. In fact, I would more often use like a 2 or 3 minute than I would anything less than 1 minute. But yeah, I mean, everything I do in day trading is all short term. It's all so, but no, I wouldn't say micro. But anyway, so yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I wanted to share this trade with you, and then also kind of go into like, you know, where I'm at right now, because I do want to be honest and consistent about where I'm at. That I think is important. So I will continue to keep you guys updated. And if you want a January recap, I can make a January recap. And yeah, on the 1 minute, but I see a lot of your stuff, and it does feel like you play to the breakouts as much as squeezes. When you buy the dip a lot, I do buy the dip a lot. A lot of your stuff, it doesn't feel like you play the breakouts as much as squeezes. Oh yeah, no, I typically, you're actually right. I don't play breakouts as much because I don't like buying high. I wouldn't buy right here. I wouldn't do it. Some people might. The breakout of this kind of flat top at 120 or 119, 118. I mean, this is a terrible example, but I know what you mean. I don't really buy breakouts that much. But if I am buying breakouts, I'm definitely almost 100% of the time buying in anticipation of the breakout. So like that's what I did here. This is the anticipation of this move working out, and that's what gave me such a good entry, right? I love the entry at 101.37 here. Not super keen on the entry at 107. Obviously it works, but I got an extra $6 out of this trade because I entered in anticipation of the break. And obviously it's a trade-off. If you trade in anticipation of the break, you get a better price, but the setup and the pattern hasn't proved itself yet, so you're taking more risk. So it's a trade-off. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. All right, guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the recap for today. If you did, leave a like, and if you like this content, subscribe, because I do this every single day or most days. And that's all I got for you guys.